Hello, 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 everyone. Whether you are watching this live right now or you're watching the replay, today we are going to talk about a few things you can ask yourself to perform a financial gut check. If you were with us about a week or two ago, we talked about a few things. We talked about number one, making sure that you track all of your expenses, right? And number two, making sure that you track all of the money you have coming in, not a guesstimation, but an actual amount. In order to get these figures, that means that you may actually have to take a month, a week, 2 weeks, or a few months to sit down and track how much you're spending on gas, food, utilities, rent, mortgage, insurance, um, all those little pit stops to the store to grab chips and pop or whatever it is, taking all of that and adding it up to see how much you spend. Where is it going? And then taking all of your income, whether that's your 9 to 5, your babysitting side gig, your doing hair side gig, catering on the side, whatever it is you do in addition to or to supplement a 9 to 5, all of that and adding it together to see how much you make. This is all a part of the financial gut check that we provide. And then after you do that, number three, again, we're going over stuff from last week. Number three would be to see how much you have left over. After doing that, it is always great to see how much you have, if you have anything left over. And that's one of the reasons why we do that, right? So today we're going to talk about two things. And these are not always the easiest topics. It's not always the most comfortable thing to talk about, but it is life and it is realistic. It's going to happen. If it's not going to happen, it has happened. And we just want to make sure that you're ready if it does. So the first thing is, what if you were like this person? And I'm going to share my screen with you to show you exactly what I mean. This is a real photo, guys, a real photo. What if you were like this person? Who, good old technology. Give it a minute, it's going to pop up. But what if you were like this person and something unexpected happened, right? Let's say your car breaks down. God forbid your car breaks down. Your house catches on fire. All of those random moments of life that we don't think that it's going to happen. We don't look forward to those things happening, but they may happen, right? This is the question you ask yourself. Do you have at least $1,500 that you have access to? Now, I don't want you to feel bad about it. Some people don't. That's okay. Most people don't have $1,500 that they have access to. There are very few, but that's a question we ask. Do you have access to $1,500? Do you have that in your checkings? Do you have that in your savings? Do you have access to that? And so the next question number two, that we generally ask is, if you, and this has happened to me. So if you were laid off or anything like that, are you prepared? Are you prepared for the just in case? Are you prepared for that unforeseen moment where they call you in and unfortunately, due to a pandemic, they're unable to afford staff, and so they have to let you go, or they're doing budget cuts, or anything like that. So just a quick story that, like I said, that actually happened to me, where I was in a department of this large company, and it was the human resource department, and we thought that cuts would never come to the HR department. Well, as life happens, it did. And I logged off of work that day, left out of the office as normal. And then as soon as I clocked out, I got that I got that phone call and that email saying, unfortunately, we're going to have to terminate your position. You've been laid off. I didn't expect it. I was like, you sure? You sure? Because I can come in tomorrow. That just was not the case. You know, again, things happen, life happens. And so, are you ready for that? I was laid off in March. I didn't find a job until December. But because I had a nest egg, so to speak, because I had a savings account where I had taken certain information and calculated it so that I'll have enough money to pay my expenses, to live, to pay the things that I typically pay on a month that are absolutely necessary so that I can live just in case those things happen. So some people call it a forced vacation, so to speak, and then some people call it just life. Things happen. And so are you prepared for that? Do you have that? Do you have that ready? And so I want you to think about those things. I want you to do your own math, do your own figures, and get back with us and let us know. Are you in that position where you have the $1,500 just in case something happens? Are you in that position to where if you were unfortunately let go or laid off, you are financially fine for the next 6 to 12 months? If that's you, we want to hear from you. And if it's not, we still want to hear from you. We want to actually help you so that you can become a person in that position that if that was to happen, you're ready, you're prepared, you're not freaking out, pulling your hair trying to figure out how are you going to pay next month's bills or this month, the month that you're in bills. We want to help you with that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope that you have enjoyed this small segment. Again, I never want to keep you guys long. All right. Have a good night. Bye.